Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program.
Good morning, and welcome to a program we call Colors. Right, when we are on YouTube and on Facebook, so we can discuss each the way the front page of the different newspaper in the Polnado for the morning. And after we can all look at all of the issues, then we can bring people where they can help with how we talk about the different issues. Then, well, sometimes the way we did talk about the issue, then it depends by how you see them, because everybody gets the way how it analyze in your issue. Well, today, inside the program, we get a very new guest for the first time we get inside the Colres. And of course, we can know those kind of Colres when inside the program. But first, before we come to them and introduce them for make you go know who that we get, let me just watch quick one. Waiting then front page here, so they talk about before we come to we guest and make let you see or know who that we get inside the program. So in the meantime, let's start with this paper on the Salon Compass alarming things here feel sold to Mackey Brothers orders. Cabinet reshuffle eminence. And you get other story then for inside this particular paper when at the Salon Compass. The next one, at the Times newspaper, we say Deputy Mines Minister champions developing communities with mining proceeds. And the World Bank 2.7 million project funds. No hiding place for procurement flaws on free quality education program. And you get the next paper when at the Independent Observer newspaper, eminent cabinet reshuffle sparks anxiety. And Unimtech public statement on permanent accreditation status. The next one, at the Drone newspaper, Parliament criticizes MTHE's failure to distinguish between an act and legal opinion. Former Regent Chief undermines Bill's feed saloon agenda, and Ambassador Umar Fuad Abawo appointed arm wrestling president. Women outline steps to promote peace and national cohesion in Sierra Leone. The next one, na the Open Space newspaper, we say at Peace and National Cohesion Town Hall, women outline steps to promote peace. Justice TV online poll says VP Julde, Sidi Tunis, and Senge lead SLPP flag bearer race. VP Jallo hails President Bio for his UNSC role, and other story for inside this edition of the Open Space. The Daybreak newspaper say over alleged $4.5 million scam, ACC may arrest IPAM FEMAB authorities. In the next paper, now the Premier News, we say Finance Ministry seeks over 506 million new loans for 2025 budget. Mayor Mines yield 391 carat diamond. Deputy Mines Minister launches development projects funded from community mining proceeds. And Human Rights Commission Sierra Leone launches report into conduct of law enforcement officials. The next one at the Capital Times, we say UNIMTEC achieves prestigious permanent university status. Cabinet reshuffle likely as ministers' performance annoys President Bio. We go to the next one. We na the Heroes newspaper, the current state of our Sierra Leonean education. You be the judge. I take again, the current state of our Sierra Leone education. You be the judge. And Doffa to host pageant show titled Missed All is Gold. And Dr. Gilpin appointment as Vice President 2 of WABA, a milestone for financial inclusion. Health Ministry commissions solar power operations at Bo Government Hospital. In the next paper, we'll get inside the program. Now the Salon Times newspaper, we say Salon is not immune to violence, extremism, and terrorism. As Bio political goal on Funkia Road takes a dive, Funkia Road, 4 years and counting, still no completion. Audit Service consults stakeholders on proposed regulations. The next one we will get inside the program, quick one, now the Concord Times newspaper, we say FBC lecturer remanded for alleged murder. And UNIMTEC receives permanent accreditation from Tech. And other story for you inside this edition of the Concord Times. The next one we get inside the program, now the Town Crier newspaper with $4.5 million in limbo. ACC to conduct forensic investigation on IPAM's Bure contract. UNEP undertakes Africa's first vehicle emission test, and NDMA lays building collapse blame on substandard material. The Africa 24 newspaper say that spilling onto the street, Bome a threat to life. VP Julde Jallo praises Bio, President Bio, and you get demolition cries at Hastings community. The next paper we get inside the program, now the Standard Times newspaper, alleged killing of lover, Parker relocated. Domestic violence, FBC lecturer on bench warrant. And the Public Review newspaper say ACC begins investigation. IPAM $50 million building project in limbo. Sia Kamara murder trial, accused sent to jail. Retraction, 3 Seratel staff. We are not on remand for theft. All the people in this way we get inside the program this morning. Of course, we go straight to we guests we don't join we inside the program for let we introduce them to you inside the program this morning. Well, the guest na big politician. Now, a big politician, a member of the opposition, and same way so, a person this way been done they stand Tranga one, in the last parliament, now one of the person in this way been done they put voice, and if you can remember the last time where they be even fed now parliament, in have been the person way, been there before for make sure say it put in voice, but at the end of the day, it so it be end up for come out because the other other side not being want for go with waiting them they try for project and then self stand on their own points. And several times they don't they get some discussion, then don't they get walkouts in parliament, and then don't they stand one way or the other for people. Well, a lot of people say enough waiting in the door. Some other people say then don't they try because then self na man and then get live. So inside the program this morning, we want for welcome the deputy leader for the opposition now parliament. Good morning and welcome to the program, sir. You might actually mute. Yes, you don't mute.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. Once again, good morning, Sir Leonians. Good morning, viewers and listeners. Honorable Daniel Brahma Korma, Deputy Leader of Opposition 1, APC, House of Parliament.
Okay, so before we begin talk about serious thing inside the program this morning, the first traditional question we go ask you, now we don't ask people where they come now so for the first time. And the question now, this program in name na Colres. And so, whose time na the last time where you eat Colres?
About a week ago. About a week ago.
Okay, and whose sauce, whose plazas where you can like we eat Colres?
I like cassava leaf.
Yeah, Salomon for here.
I like cassava leaf. Especially the Colres, cassava leaf Colres crow.
Oh yeah.
I love that so much.
And I'm pretty sure you like the way how it can sound at the most shack. Wait, that cow, the way they charm the cow, way they don't make them fine for you, oh God. Anyway.
Especially with Spamine.
Yes.
Not with oil for me, for Spamine.
Okay. Thank you for joining me inside the program this morning. Okay. So, let me ask you, Parliament, Papa, whose time Parliament resume?
Yes.
You get me?
Yes.
Yes. So I ask whose time Parliament to resume?
I mean, we're not go recess it. So we go recess. We last sitting at tomorrow.
Okay.
Friday.
Okay.
Then after that, we go recess. We'll resume in October. We'll therefore prepare ourselves for pass the Finance Act, where by law, that Finance Act will be passed and concluded before the next financial year. And also government financial year, January to December. So for conclude them, before we go for Christmas break. So that then we empower government for use the Finance Act and collect the required revenues for run the affairs of government in 2025. So for likely resume in October.
Okay, so this Finance Act one that they work on so right now, we don't see different ministry, departments and agencies, then they ask for different amounts of money, boku money for run the affairs for 2025. So far, waiting you as the deputy leader one, don't they see from the Finance Act where they don't present to Parliament? I wanna go assess them.
Well, for now, they're not present them yet. They're not present the 2025 Finance Act yet. So I'm not going to assess them now.
Okay.
But usually the procedure on the Finance Act, now government plans. The reason why Finance Act will pass every year, new opportunities then they come. New opportunities then they come.
Okay, you might not mute again.
Me might not mute. No, now somebody they call.
Yes, somebody they call you. That's why I don't go low. And where they call, we're not able to hear you. All right, the program now call yes, and they come to you from where. Yes, yes, I'll get you clear. Go ahead.
Okay, so the procedure for Finance Act, the reason why we pass it every year, unlike other acts where they take 20, 30 years, because every year new opportunities they come up, where capture the previous Finance Act for enable government, for enable NRA, Minister of Finance, for collect revenue from the new opportunities then they, because the world is unpredictable, So that is why every year, Finance Act will pass in a parliament. Then they give opportunity for the Minister of Finance, together in collaboration with the NRA, for bring us proposals, new opportunities for collect revenue. Those opportunities where either exist in the previous year or maybe exist, but they don't know. They're not being getting knowledge of them. So then they allow the Minister of Finance for bring them opportunities and they say, I'm not being collect revenue in social area, but now don't know, say, that area can make revenue for us. So when I allow me to collect revenue. So then they bring us proposal to we as members of parliament. And then if we agree with the passer, and then they empower Minister of Finance together with the existing opportunities for collect revenues on those yardsticks.
Okay.
So for now, the new opportunities not be presented to we yet. But they expect because over expect this year and over pass and this year.
Since now a couple business we they talk about, and now we own money that one day with the people them because now from the consolidated fund, whether now after they come out then the balance they come out from donors them, but yet still now for we the people now for and on behalf of the people of this country. So let I ask you this, and I need your honest answer into this particular side. We see say the deputy speaker, where the public accounts committee. All of them, this BNTM, we don't hear money, especially on tax, where it don't recover from, MDs, especially the one that we not been they pay, and other people where they give money. Because at the time they reach so back, then the one can't take the couple. At the end of the day, it's either then they use them the wrong way, or they not use them at all, or whatever then they do. But bottom line, we see how they can tell like at the end of the day, they're not able to account for some of the money properly. So we don't see the deputy speaker, when are the chairman for the public accounts committee, don't they quiz, MDs then, head of MDs then for pull money. Them days they would have about 50 million, where it don't they try for recover all of them things. What's your assessment into the work where they do right now?
In work, very impressive. Very impressive. And it's interesting for no say, it will even shock you. For no say, most of the MDAs, and not only MDAs, even private entities, but MDAs, to be specific in this case, the money where they receive, for example, for social services, like for light bill, for water rate, then they can say the corresponding entity now another government NDA, for instance, Kuma Valley Water Company. For instance, EDSA, and to the greatest extent, then they use that to their advantage. They don't agree pay. And a government entity. And Kuma Valley is suffering seriously from that anomaly. Because they can say a government entity, Kuma Valley cannot close U building. Kuma Valley cannot close foreign affairs. Kuma Valley cannot close immigration. I hope you understand. Kuma Valley cannot close Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Kuma Valley cannot close electricity house, hosting the Minister of Energy, something like that. So because of that, and Kuma Valley is constrained. That's one example. So that's one of the areas where the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee ensures say some of them monies and the Minister of Finance don't give them money then they. They don't give them money then they. But for pay Kuma Valley, for the waterway Kuma Valley they give, they don't pay Kuma Valley.
And all of that, they part of the money when they approve every year for them.
Yes, that every year. Because you use water every day. So every year, you build need water. Every year, electricity house need water. Every year, even parliament need water every year. So some of them think they, if you pay, government must give money. Every year. Sometimes the government they pay quarterly. Well, one government don't pay, the amounts were allocated for water rates. For instance, just use Kuma Valley, for instance, because Kuma Valley is now the real vulnerable government entity now, where they suffer from colleague government entities. Because then they can say, you cannot close me. If you close me, government can't stand still, and Kuma Valley will be blamed. So Kuma Valley is constrained. Now, some of the areas that the way the chairman intervened, and make sure say we value get what you do. You know succeed 100% it too, but it's ongoing. Another area is NASIT. NASIT, government they pay salaries. Now the wage pay, they pay salaries. So some of them salary then they, especially to support staff, the NASIT, the record they say the NASIT has been paid, and some the 5% has been deducted. But when you go to NASIT records, some of them MDs then they're not to do due diligence for make sure say their members, their employees, now their departments and agencies, they're updated with NASIT. So as a result, man, they wonder who said this money they go. They're not updated. And if you're not updated with NASIT, then NASIT not able to capture the records. Some they go years, you're not updated. So as a result, an employee of a particular ministry, department or agency, they go NASIT, there's no record. There's nothing. NASIT not get no record for that. Whether money they can, the money not they can. The fact is the employee forgets record for any social security, especially upon retirement. Even worse for private entities, like companies and other business enterprises, that they employ with Sierra Leoneans, then they deduct the money, private schools, then they employ teachers, professional teachers, then they deduct 5% from their salaries, but they know they pay. But then they deduct. They're diligent enough for deduct, but they are not paying to NASIT. Most of them companies. And you as a staff, when you complain, you are sacked. And considering the way job business is difficult now, very difficult for secure a job, the people then choose to keep quiet.
Some they see that they don't know, say they know the cut time because most of them know the check now they NASIT for know it's at the status, or some of them, like what you say, if they know self, then they afraid for ask because then go sack them.
In fact, they're not even supposed for check. Every department gets HR
record.
That HR day, now you're supposed for do everything and update in members there. The member no need for check. They no need for ask you. The reason why somebody they ask, now because of doubt or lack of knowledge. If you lack knowledge, you don't know your status, then you ask, yes. But in this case, what the best case scenario, they're not even supposed to ask. You as HR, if you make sure say with the finance department, when I work together and when they get monthly meetings with our staff, when I update on general activities of the company, general activities of the enterprise, general activities of the ministry or department or agency, and then the people that will be fully abreast, now you for even give them the information, say you are NASIT, this is your status, you are okay. You don't for 5 years, your NASIT status is okay. The person now will go verify. But the first information will come out from the finance department through HR. It left so you now for go confirm what the ministry tell you if now so it be. It's not desirable to say every employee now you for go inquire. The standard is the employee, as long as you cut in money, now in personal money, they cut them. And then if you add the 10%, if for informer, it didn't have them pay slip, say 5% deduction, 10% addition, so deduction, balance, so your basic, so then due. But at the end of the day, when sometimes we call on NASIT and some of them MDAs or some of them private entities say give us your NASIT records. NASIT they sit down, we sit down, the private entities sit down, then bring the records, there's nothing. Number of employees 50. NASIT, do you have those number of employees? Yes, I have them. Okay. So what are their NASIT records? NASIT they tell us as far as we're concerned, now only 5 people will comply. The rest nothing. And then when we check the pay slip and the salary status, those 5% were being deducted. Private schools, most of them are guilty of this. But the teacher, he go in a government school, private school they pay 5 times better than government school. So what do? You keep quiet. You know, you shout about it, you are sacked. You see? Private entities, they're guilty of this. Then above all, even government MDAs, they're not to update the NASIT status of them employees then. Now only very few, the rest them they abandon them. That's the issue. So the question is, who's at this money to go?
Right. So in other words, the government as well now a very very big obstacle to their own self development, because if you watch this BNTM, then they even the EDSA, the electricity, they point finger at ordinary people say now they're responsible for the backwardness of that. But whereas you get MDS, then we know they pay electricity, you get not they pay water rates, they not they pay NASIT. So and their money and they all they go into private pockets them.
As far as me know, the biggest perpetrators of against Goma Valley are sorry for the biggest perpetrators are government entities. Goma Valley is providing the services because they have to, because a government entity. How Goma Valley go there not give water to you building? Is it possible? It's not possible. You have to, whether they pay or not, you have to. Because in the absence of water, everything will come to stand still.
Yeah.
And imagine the effect of that one. So Goma Valley, they afraid for a name. But at the end of the day, the act say they will pay. And Minister of Finance, they pay. Then they include them. Right now, every MDA, one by one, then they appear before Minister of Finance right now. If you check the budget proposals, Goma Valley, they water rates, social services, they. You know, EDSA, they. But at the end of the day, they're not paying. In fact, what bother me most? Now, the status of them government entities in respect of prepay or no prepay. Because sometimes I'm confused. You know, if government entities still owe EDSA a huge amount, it suggests to me that their status is not prepaid. Because if not prepaid, then there should be no issue with EDSA. You don't pay, your building goes off. You don't pay, electricity house goes off. You don't pay, the entire office goes off. You know? So it look like, say, this prepaid design, it not affect government. It's like then they still act, then they still operate with postpaid. That's my belief. Otherwise, EDSA are not for the cry foul now to parliament.
All right.
For government entities.
So all of this work where PSC they do right now, where this chairman they do right now, the kind of effectiveness where they put into the work where then they do right now. Now part the work that work there again, now part of that the audit service they try for do so right now. But that brings me to the question, because I understand say Friday again, according to what we get from the clerk of parliament, as posted on social media by Amadou Ramanaba. Now that this same Friday, we tomorrow, then go lay the reports on the tribunal for the Auditor General and in Deputy na Parliament. You get any idea of that?
Yes, I get an idea. During the recent town hall meeting organized by Minister of Information and Civic Education, the minister officially announced to we. I was there as a panelist. He announced to we say the report has been presented to Parliament. I even brought the copy and waiver for LEONE. He waived a copy of the report. So yes, I'm aware. And I even make comments about that. That for that report day, yes, we will not, me not peruse it. And it's yet to be online. You know the online is. So, but every member supposed to get a copy of pigeonholes. So most likely, we will have copies tomorrow. And then we will see the nature of the report and the recommendations contained therein. If the recommendations say the Auditor General should remain, then we need to know why, if he remain in office. If the report say the Auditor General should be relieved from her duties, then we need to know why, if he be relieved, whose crime he commits. And then according to the procedure, if not relieved, the recommendation that if he be relieved of her duties, then the procedure is relieving an Auditor General for be the same procedure as relieving the Chief Justice from his duties, or any High Court judge or Court of Appeal judge. And that procedure, it clearly states you need 2/3 majority of members of Parliament. You need 2/3. So For now, with the job we have there.
Okay, so I beg, before we go I want you explain to me the two-third.
That procedure.
I want you explain to me the two-third. Waiting now the number we get for do the two-third. For example, the total number of members of parliament, including the parliament chief. You know, waiting at the two-third way they forget for remove them.
For now, 99. 99. 9 are 2/3. But forget 99. Forget 2/3. In the absence of that, then it will not work.
So the parliament chief and the SLPP members of parliament put together, then they get 99?
No.
So they need Una and the opposition for votes and for letting get the 99.
They need the entire parliament, including the opposition. In this case, there is nothing like opposition or ruling.
Okay.
Now parliament.
Yes, parliament. Okay.
We are one entity. There is no division. According to the constitution also say you need opposition, you need social percentage of opposition. You need social percentage of parliament chiefs. You need social percentage of ruling. No. You need 2/3 of parliaments. So we are one entity, we are not divided. Okay. We are one entity.
So and assuming all things equal. This other question where Salon people want for know. 99 members of parliament for able for vote out the Auditor General. If not that the recommendation say. Yeah, because we not get for know why. So at the end of the day, if we don't get people for votes, all the members of parliament they don't vote, and they not get the 2/3 majority for remove them. If not that the recommendation say, what thing will be the next step?
She remains in office. Except if he choose now for resign. But she remains in office because you cannot convince us. According to the law, you have to convince the people's representative. You know, now a form of checks and balances in our governance system, not allowing a single individual to have it all. Now a form of checks and balances. So if we not get 2/3, then she remains in office, or in choose for resign. But for me, even depending constitutional review, if he come before me on recommendation, where I go stand on very firmly that all MDAs, when the heads of those MDAs is subject to presidential appointments, all presidential appointees who are not supposed to be politicians, who are supposed to be neutral, non-political. Presidents, the state has in hands for the off in terms of removal. There should be no room for removal. Afterwards, worst case scenario, then get term limits. If now 4-year term, if now 5-year term, they get term limits. At the end of the term, you can terminate the appointments and no renewal. But as far as we're concerned, there should be no room for removal anyhow. Because now I don't learn say those procedures for removal can be abused. So the constitution for me can clear say once appointed, you cannot be removed until the end of your term. Once the Chief Justice is appointed, he cannot be removed until the end of his term. Once the judge is appointed, he cannot be removed until retirement. You know, once Auditor General is appointed, you cannot be removed until end of your term. Once Anti-Corruption Commissioner is appointed, you cannot be removed until end of your 5-year term. Once Commissioners of Human Rights Commission are appointed, they cannot be removed until after the 5-year term. Those are areas that once they are appointed, the law says they are non-political. And since they are non-political, for them to act as non-political entities, they will be 100% protected until the end of their term. You know, if they don't do well, don't renew their mandate. But as long as there is room for removal with so-called procedures, then they border on them. They are humans. They know say those procedures can be abused. So as a result, on matters of gross human rights violation, they cannot speak up. They cannot speak up because if you speak up, you will be indicted, and the tribunal will set to remove you. And those procedures now, now would I get the procedure? Now powers now somebody in governance. Now I get the procedure. They say the law actually mean exactly what the possible way they exercise and interpret them for me. That's what it means. So if I say you are guilty, now based on my opinion, because I mean they interpret whether you are guilty or not. Now I mean they determine. So as far as me concerned, the best way to go for ACC, Audit Service, Human Rights Commission, judges, Chief Justice, once they are appointed, there should be no room for removal. No room. In that way, then the board now go there, so they only on conscience and posterity. And above all, they have time limits, except for judges,
okay,
which is for retirement.
So
but for the others, they have time limits, 5 years.
Okay.
Just imagine if ACC, an individual of integrity, is appointed as ACC commissioner, and then he knows I cannot be removed in any way or form, no action can be taken against me, whether now or after, whether now or when I'm removed later, no action can be taken against me. That person will be better encouraged to stand for what is correct. For some people, they don't care. They will say, well, as far as because I'm standing for what is correct. And the real virus in this country, where the whole this country backward, is corruption. Corruption. So that is my own view.
Okay. So going back, go back to the auditor, the tribunal on the auditor general and the voting system, we una get for do at the end of the day. Protection of this particular office, they na una an, as a member of parliament, for una actually make sure say them protect that particular office they for they do, like you say no more, it gets the right for do waiting is supposed for do for make sure say they protect the country in couple, for make sure they watch certain things and they, because something and they in honestly I mean say that is why PAC day for cross check waiting in the audit report, and una self day for debate and bring things them at the end of the day. So let we say if then see say 2/3 of the majority na aim for votes, if that's the recommendation. And then at this point, we not go see una the work out if then give, for example, we not go see one set of member of parliament they work out if then give them pressure, don't they left votes behind them?
No, who's kind of pressure? It's now constitutional provision. There will be no pressure. Now just adherence to procedure. There's no pressure. Of course, the report will be debated. Sure.
So now secret voting we get for C on our hands
report. This tribunal report will be debated. And then a position will be taken by parliament. If the position is unanimous, fine. If the position is not unanimous, we ask for division. And then based on the division now, we go into votes. And of course, it has to be secret ballot.
Okay, continue for the week inside the program.
So that's it.
In name na Honorable Daniel, Daniel Twewe inside the program this morning for talk about different issues them where we don't see come up. Now let me go into on a press conference where una the all every month. Yesterday una be all a press conference, and a lot of people them don't actually see the press conference where we put them, and we actually don't try to analyze some part of the net. But like different facts them they come out every other time we listen to the press conference. Things that we're gonna do research on and plenty of other things them. So let's start with this one. We understand say the number of people them were able to get better food for it. Now 1% of the population. That's not according to UNA, correct?
Well, this one, you don't even need a rock science, or you don't even need for perspective. For no say majority them food insecure. You don't even need for perspective. As it is now, there is no food security in this country. Food security, no day. There is no way majority of Sierra Leoneans so say tomorrow morning I get in for it. Then now this I want to eat and I go able to get them. You know, so if you go get food, then even if you get, you know, to get at your own time. It can't by magic, like manners from heaven, you know. And that is not food security. Food security, one, I for determine, I for able to provide and when I want, then I for able to determine when me want it. I for able to determine what me want it. But at the end of the day, Israelis, majority they live now based on what thing available for it. If you're available, fine. If you're not available, you're not available. You know, the last time there was chicken grits in this country. So the standard bureau, they decided that this particular chicken don't expire. So then forgot to run. Then go dispose that in Abome. If you see mortal man of level-headed people, then they failed to forget that chicken day. That expired chicken. With the dog then, all mixed together. Then they scramble for chicken. It really knows in this country, sorry. If you don't believe, go to Abome. Now, very early in the morning, go to Abome. Some of them, Masada, Motuka, where then they go collect waste from residential areas. You know, some people then they buy by week. They buy sardine, buy bread, buy this, buy that by week. Any balance way left inside the basket, then they just drop out. Then they just drop inside the dustbin. So Masada, they just go collect it, go dump. People then they go scatter. Now, if you want, send somebody, you go send you the video. Not to Chris Mandebo. People with correct heads, then go scatter that dirty day for take bread. For look for sardine, for look for butter. Especially them teen food where you don't open it. Then go look for them, then you get that. Bread where you know the cooker again, you know the wasa. The way we would make bread. Where is he getting for eat and straight? People then they go Abome right now. For go pick them food then they for eat. Food we are not food sick. We are not secure. That is very clear. We're not secure at all. If you even check the price of rice now, it's very, very unreasonable. Then above all, the Past Finance Act, even though we were opposed to it, the Minister of Finance, he put on there as a proposal, say, in March 2024, 5% tax will be added to the existing tax on rice. As a result, now rice don't go above 1 million. It don't go above 1 million. Whereby, right, the starting point is that government for remove all taxes on rice. That's the starting point. For let people then be food secure. Because we are opposition, we are here to help government succeed. So you finally will give recommendations as to voting are the best way forward. The best way forward, remove all taxes on rice. That is first. 2, give subsidy. Give subsidy for rice. And then 3, make sure agricultural implements for commercial production of rice in Sierra Leone are tax-free. Make an incentive for investors who they want to do commercial agriculture in Sierra Leone. Agricultural implements, importation, it will be tax-free for a certain number of years. And then by so doing, by the time they increase local production, now so you said they increase, number 1, you remove your subsidy. Number 2, you impose small tax on imported rice. So while the one on the left is growing, the one on the right is going down. You know, importation they go down, while local production, they go up. You know, so by so doing, there will be a time when there will be equilibrium. And then we'll go forget about importation, absolutely. We will begin thinking about exportation of rice. We used to export rice from this country. You know, so in my opinion, that is the best way to go. But if at this stage, you don't add tax on rice, then you say, my agenda is feed salon. Then how do you feed salon? By adding tax to the basic food.
Okay, so even before the agenda of feed salon, the government be always on the talk about one of the rest project when at this Torma project. And if I get it right, 34.1 million where they don't put on that particular project there. 10 and 1 bag grace no come out dates. That's true?
Torma project, now a very good source of commission of inquiry. A very good subject for commission of inquiry. Because most times, president in, president out, the president then can get a very good agenda for make sure in countries, in government succeed. But those who then they implement, some of them then they corrupt the system. Then they frustrate presidents then. Now, most times you're not getting at the meetings. But all is not well. Sometimes president, they vex then. I'm not saying I saw this bill, but it happens. Sometimes they get heated meeting. Very heated meeting. President, they vex them. And some of them MDS there. And some of them minister there. In the award of those contracts. And how they implement them. Sometimes the president, they frustrate. So you are killing me. Imagine rice production at 3 months. 3 months, you don't harvest them. If Torma was launched in the second year of President Bio's first term, in the second year, up from that time to now, a single bag of rice, what I don't see made in Sierra Leone from Torma. Otherwise, every bag of rice from Torma for don't get a logo. For will be proud of our more. If I don't get Torma logo, this is product from Torma made in Sierra Leone. What I don't see a bag of rice made in Sierra Leone. The project don't belong over 6 years ago. We rice production, in just 3 to 4 months, it don't produce. You know, that kind of money they don't go. At the end of the day, there's nothing to account for. Nothing, absolutely.
So if $34.1 million, if $34.1 million don't go for 4 years from the time they launched in 2000 in the second term of this government, second year of this government don't take 6 years now. If 40 and 34.1 million don't go into that project and then they for produce 1 bag rice, how they feed salon go be successful?
Well, that is the question. That's the $1 million question. But when we talk about commercial rice production now, number one suitable farmland na the entire salon at Torma. There are other suitable farmlands, but I would say the father of all farmlands na Sierra Leone, the best farmland na Torma. And Torma had been launched 6 years ago with $34.something million expended. And then nothing came out of it. In my opinion, I believe the president cannot be pleased with that. And they would not get heated debates. Because with that amount up to date, nothing. Then for me, if it's alone, there is no hope. Now just a nomenclature for just, create a picture in the minds of Australians from one scene to the other. From free quality to feed salon. Because even both according to the president, the agenda, all two don't go together. Because under a first flagship, when a free quality education, Torma was also launched. So apart from feed the salon, Torma for them feed salon, even before the second time, we come with this new flagship now. But it was misused, it was corrupted. And some of these things, most times, the president not aware of. I'm not saying I should be you, but most times, the president is not aware. Most of them ministers, then they can say, now afterwards, now we campaign for you, now we support you, I paid my personal money to campaign for your presidential bid. So then they can say, then get that money, the president no will do that. That's how it happens. So they can vex by themselves. President can sometimes they frustrate, they sweat blood all. Sometimes. I'm not saying that's what it boy, it be. Not all president don't know all them they have after year. Sometimes by the time they know now, then what? Then begin saying, it don't be done, what they be done. It don't be done a very good subject for commission of inquiry at the most appropriate time. Torma cannot lie down wasting. That money it will be accounted for. And subject for commission of inquiry. Very good subject.
So, like you say, at some point the president can vex by some ministers them. So now papers then don't begin pull this thing out. Imminent cabinet reshuffle sparks anxiety. So people they don't begin panic right now as they don't know say then they about for the parliament reshuffle. You think say this I don't know if not the word timely I want for use, or you think say it necessary for like we get cabinet reshuffle at this time? You know to the president, but what do you see so far?
Well, you don't talk on them. I cannot perform the role of president. I'm not president.
But in terms of performance, what do you don't see so far? Because at one point when they do like a retreat na a bow, I think so, where instead of come out playing one and take say, they're not perform as to what they expect.
That's what I tell you. I say president is not involved in all of this. He's not involved in all of this. Sometimes they vex and sweat blood. He's not involved in all of this. I'm not saying I should be but me I tell you for free, give me cola right now the eater. Say president, you know the power and tears. The only thing we go blame him because he's the head. But you all know he know the power of this. I've been in power. My party has been in power. So I'm speaking from experience. The former president, Anas Bagorma, his hands were not in all of this. And sometimes Anas Bagorma, the sweat blood, it vex. Oh yes. That is why the constitution gives provision for cabinet reshuffle. You can be hired and fired. And that may be your recommendation for all appointees when are political appointments, they can be hired and fired. But for appointees who are supposed to be neutral, they are not political appointees, they should not be hired and fired. If they can be hired, but they cannot be fired. So me, I'm not surprised if president choose for exercising authority. I cannot exercise it for him. I have not enjoyed that mandate, sir. But I'm not going to be surprised if firing takes place right now. I cannot be surprised. Okay. Especially with Torma. President is not. He should not be pleased. He should not be pleased with the outcome of Torma.
But 4 years, if 4 years don't go, if you're not pleased, if you don't take action, long time. Because one thing I see, we will get one we guess now. Like how we get you so now so, but the guest na in the director na in charge of the Tomabon project. Guess the position we hold. So it work as a civil servant, then in a party member. In the I think deputy chairman for the SLPP for the southern region. Now in the manage the Tomabon project. So how you go manage party and national issue at the same time? So if you're not pleased, if I don't take action, but because now in my opinion, in my words, now in party member them, they manage this thing we're supposed to be national something, no action, not the way then they take against them. And at the time we last talked to, we begin press about this Tomabon projects, like how they ask tough questions to them. Say at that time, like be 4 million, they don't put into the Tomabon project. It still say then they're in the preparatory stage. Now they don't go 34 million. Still one bag rest not come out today. So if you're not happy, if I don't take action, long time, but 10 now you not take action, 10 now at the same person they manage it, 10 now at the same people they no more.
Well, now that I be the say Easton. I say some of the MDs then, some of the ministers then, some of the heads of entities, government entities, then they take and say, now we spend money for you. Now we campaign for you. So therefore, if we say no go do nothing, they will just say, oh, this is don't be done. The president of X go this and go that. My brother, we need a president in this country who doesn't need a second term. But let this country go before. We need a president who does not need a second term. Once he is elected, he is for Sierra Leone and not for party. Stand for Salon and not for party. If you do so, you fight corruption, devoid of party politics. My brother, I tell you, at the beginning, your party members will boo at you. Hey, well, this man, he not do well for we, he not try for we. Afterwards, this thing, are we on time? And our all campaign for him. And this politics business, now 5 years. If at the time this, we will go pay back all the side some of who trust for come fund the campaign. So at the time this one for payback, then thing and day. So then go boo at you. But at the end of the day, just tell them, say, when I give me 2 years. With 2 years of anti-corruption law implementation, devoid of politics, it will begin yield dividend. And Sierra Leone will begin to reserve, we will pay wage bill for the next 5 years. In just 2 years, reserve day, we will pay in the next 5 years. You give that report today to the nation in a town hall meeting. he bring the figures in a town hall meeting. You know, at the end of those same party people will take you as their demigod. Because at the end of the day, it is secure them party in power for life. Because once the party they do well, there's no reason for change. The reason for the change is now because in the eyes of Sierra Leoneans, the management not do well. So therefore, then they change the mandate.
Okay.
But if you do well, teachers are paid 3 times what they are paid now. Nurses are paid. Doctors have official cars. They are paid 5 times what they are paid now. My brother, let people then see. Fuel subsidy is not your issue. You pay subsidy for fuel. Fuel come down to 10,000. People then see and then feel them. Even that party person, when they boo you to they say, you know, they allow me to eat. That pay back, we have trust for campaign for you. Then go begin clap for you. Your party will remain in office almost for life. You know, I can give examples. Examples, for instance, even though in a military government, but military now what you do now matter. In Burkina Faso, for instance, according to what we watch on social media, even give time say after that time they give up. Okay? At the end of the day, it decide for honor in province say, my time is up, I want to give up. What people do, they went to the streets. Say you are not going anywhere. We want you. So imagine the only wrong thing about that now military government, that's the only wrong thing. Imagine if that military leader was a democratically elected leader. Imagine the heaven on earth Burkina Faso for don't get by now. The error about that government now is because now military, not democratically elected. But imagine if such a leader was democratically elected. Imagine what will happen. You know?
Right.
So we need a leader who will ignore party politics, party loyalty, and put Sierra Leone first.
That person they
it don't go down well with the party people.
That kind of person they right inside the country. That kind of person they
no right now. Well, if he did, God no. But the other will not get first, and will not get a hit. I can only answer you say will not get a hit. But I believe say they. But now God no. And then there's small corner there. Me, I believe say somebody will do it.
So let's ask you this question.
They didn't get power.
We already come to the end of the show. So let's ask you 2 questions. One, how is Talek for as deputy leader for the opposition at parliament, you know, and at the same time working with una party, you know, for different things. How is Talek for manage two sides together? When you're a deputy leader, and then at the same time you work for coordinate things then with your party for make sure so una at the same page for things they want to do.
Well, for now, it's going on very well. It's going on very well. Honorable Abdukagbo is my leader. We all contested for leadership. But me, I'm a Christian. I'm even proud for telling you I'm a pastor. I'm proud to tell you that.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, I believe the power and God the key. I believe that. So at the end of the day, God said the leader has to be Honorable Abdukagbo, not Honorable Daniel Torma. So God allowed me to deputize him. So and I must report to you, all viewers and listeners now, that since I took up that office as his deputy, we are working very well. He's doing very well. He's one of my best for now. He's one of my best. He's doing very well. So we coordinate with the party very well. At the same time, we take charge of parliament as very experienced people also in parliament. This is my 3rd term. So we are on top of all challenges in parliament. You know, right now, sir, maybe we're on the way now. We're not been there all this while, you know. But he has no worries because he's able to deputized and at the updater. So whatever happens, himself it lays with me. So our parliamentary group, we are one voice for now, except Honorable Mohamed Bangura and Honorable Thompson. Apart from that, the rest, we are one voice and we are working as one unit.
Okay,
and so, for now, please also for inform you say, we collaboration with the new speaker, Honorable S.S. Thomas, is impressive. It's impressive. You know, at parliament level, and also national level, he's head of parliament. He's not head of state. At parliament level, please for inform you say, parliament is far better now. It's far better. Parliament is far better now than it ever used to be. I can tell you that's for free. You know, he's a speaker of a difference, speaker with a difference. Devoid of party politics. I know he's SLPP. He used to be a member of parliament for SLPP. Yes, I know. And sometimes party politics will hold him bound in certain cases. Yes, I know. But in terms of administration of parliament, how parliament is supposed to be, how parliament is supposed to run the affairs of parliament, for me, he get more for do. But so far, I'm okay. He's doing very well.
So that make I go straight to Unayon party directly. So far, from where una dey na parliament, they watch waiting they happen inside Unayon party. Waiting on an impression so far. You know, with all waiting they happen at the end of the tripartite, the kind back and forth where they go now, the kind possible division where we don't they see inside the party, whether they say this is support this, whether they say this they against this, whether they say this na sell out. So una the good thing una they right on top of the hill. Yeah, una they watch waiting they happen down on a party headquarter. How waiting una go say in terms of una impression so far?
Well, for me, I'm not surprised. You know, in this world, the struggle for power, it can never be unanimous. It can never. Struggle for power can never be unanimous. And the struggle, it will become more intense when the original is gone. When the original is gone, succession comes in. The struggle will be more intense. You know, even as SLPP seems to be united now, because the original is in power. By the time that original goes away, and then so
all right, you still watch Colorias right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We get Honorable Daniel Kurma. We do between the deputy leader for the opposition at Parliament. It explains several things to we. Now the last thing he been try for respond to when the
succession comes in.
Okay.
So that is the challenge we have.
We get Honorable Daniel Kurma. Did you get me?
Yeah, they get me now.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Now somebody been called.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, say me no, I'm not much surprised. Now struggle for power at succession era. And that was the original. When he came, he said, I'm the new APC. So he was the original. He struggled a lot among the ranks and files. Say, he be leader and be president. So, but no sooner succession business don't come inside, then they get multiple choices, multiple options as to whether for succeed. So in politics, succession disputes can never be easy. It's never easy. But one thing I can tell you about APC, we will resolve naturally. It will be resolved naturally. As it is now, it's not impressive. It's not impressive. And we are all aware that our election was stolen. That is the clearest fact in Sierra Leone history. The clearest fact in Sierra Leone history. If you even check the allocation of seats, for that, you convince me, say, SLP can win 7 seats in Western Urban. I can tell you for free, it's not possible under the constituency system. That was why they imposed the PR system. Even when we went to court ruled against us. The PR system was imposed. When the reasons justifying the use of PR system were never in place, you know, but it was imposed. Because PR system, they allow you government in power for your shape all the system, even before election. When they sit down, when I shape all, yeah, would they take 5? Yeah, would they left the 2? Yeah, would they take 6? Yeah, would they take so? Yeah, would not give nobody. Yeah, would not give nobody. Yeah, would the man will give them 1. Something like that. When they shape na table before election. Now that's PR system. That's the downside of PR system. And that was what happened. You know. So all that was that day is not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy.
So if you foresee, one or two,
the problem now.
Problem. Go ahead. The problem now.
The problem now will be resolved. It will be resolved naturally.
Okay.
And compliance to party constitution now is not for surprise anybody. Compliance to party constitution regarding registration not for surprise anybody, because it is compliance to party constitution. Let's say, for instance, if Dr. Samora Kamara was president at this time, so you want to tell me, say, because Dr. Samora was president, I mean, he's now president, okay? So the party not going to get new convention in 2026. We will still get a convention. In 2026, even Dr. Samora had been president, we will still get the convention. So the rules governing convention is completely different from the rules governing the election of Dr. Samora as president. It's completely different. Whether he be president or not be president, the rules governing convention, they still carry on. Okay? And then they know nothing for hinder any bid for Dr. Samora's election as president. And nothing for hinder.
Okay.
You know, so as far as we're concerned, the struggle now will be naturally resolved.
Okay, Honorable, I nearly forget this particular thing, and I've been beat myself good one. You know, if I don't done, then I'll not ask you this question. The biggest talk now, since you don't talk about all of this thing where they happen inside the party and the natural way how to go resolve them, the biggest conversation right now, you know, now people mock them, now the coming of the stabilization force, the ECOMOC stabilization force. So from Parliament, waiting on understand, say the stabilization force they can do that alone.
From Parliament side, we are not privy. We, the APC parliamentary group, we not privy to any ECOMOC stabilization force. We are not privy. We just Committee on Defense, we just Committee on Internal Affairs. So we are not privy. I'm not saying it's not true or it's true, but as far as we're concerned, we know as Parliament.
So what in the law say whenever you get external force where they can inside the country, what in the law say about that?
External law sometimes is governed by international law.
No, what are the therefore say when external force they can inside? What in will your law say about that?
Well, if external force they come inside, the people's representative for be aware, even for best practice. For best practice, we should be aware, and in fact, we are members of ECOWAS Parliament. We are members of ECOWAS Parliament. So if ECOWAS stabilization force they come, then it has to be debated in the ECOWAS Parliament, of which we are represented.
And you young leader now part of the ECOWAS Parliament, and not at any time brief una, because I remember before una even take office, Honorable Emasi Lamina been done the 10 year Mohamed Bangoua they don't ask for this, you know, stabilization force. So by any means, Honorable Abdul Kalbo not brief una at all as to waiting then ECOWAS Parliament don't decide about this thing.
No, well, for me not aware. Me not aware, we not get that meeting it as a parliamentary group. For brief, we say, as members of ECOWAS Parliament, this is what we have resolved. ECOWAS, they send ECOMOC stabilization force. We yet forget that meeting. Maybe if it's not true, then at the most appropriate time, we will get that meeting there. If it's not true, then possibly the reason why we don't know up to now, we not get that meeting yet. Now maybe the final touches are yet to be arranged, maybe.
So the executive arm at all for don't conclude with all arrangements before ever they inform UNANA Parliament?
Well, if a decision is not taken, if it's at the stage of proposal, then it's not too prudent. It's not too prudent. Maybe you can discuss on one-to-one. But it's not prudent for call parliamentary group meeting and discuss it. Because it may be misunderstood, it can be hearsay. People then can take in another way and disseminate the information. While a decision is yet to be taken. If it's a proposal, then as a sign of good leadership, it's good you wait. You wait. Especially considering the nature of politics we have now, you wait. Because it is still at a proposal stage. You have to wait as a leader. When the deal is done, you are sure it is done, then you'll have meeting with your group and tell them that it has been done. The deal is done. and ECOWAS, they send economic stabilization force. But as it is now, we are yet to have that meeting.
All right.
With our representatives of ECOWAS parliaments.
Okay. All right. So for left inside the program, what think will be your word to you party member them and Salone people them as a whole?
Well, for me, party members them, and they are also Sierra Leoneans by extension. One, constitutional review. We don't get notices, boku. See, it's ongoing. Constitutional review is ongoing. Up to date, we as government in the making, we are not aware. We are not aware. That's not a good sign for peace and security. It is not a good sign. It is good we open it up. That is one. Secondly, as it is right now, the cost of fuel, the present price is very, very unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. The world market price don't go down. And we don't inform the general public. See, various civil society organizations and don't inform the public. Say the price don't go down. So that 1,500, where they just reduce the fuel price is not enough. It's not enough. At least let them consider it's 15,000. At least, but not above 15,000. Otherwise, we are exploiting our people. The fuel price now is very, very unreasonable. World market price don't count down. So I was sorry for you people. I mean the big governments and PRA. Sorry for you people there. Reduce this fuel price. Fuel price, they affect feeds alone. Because the direct effect is on food stuff. So if you say our flagship is feeds alone and fuel price, world market don't go down, then why hold on to the current price? Why? Why hold on? Me believe that fuel price go down, food stuff go down.
Okay.
And that will be a very good support system for feed salon.
Feed salon for everybody. So anybody, all man need money for able for feed himself and other things. And so that make tell you bye with this question. We say they don't give on a backlog from the arrangements, the 3 days dialogue we them been do. They don't go on a backlog, a parliament.
Then I want sign for so say the SLPP government regarding their agreements, they are not sincere. Up to now, that backlog has not been paid.
But that not arrangements, so arrangements of parliament that one day. So if you just don't praise
not
the
arrangement
speaker,
of parliament, not arrangement of parliament. Now arrangement na the dialogue.
Yes, na dialogue, but they belong to parliament.
Okay. Yes, the power now lies with parliament.
So now when I get a good speaker according to you, where administratively they work very well. So what did you don't do now for that?
Well, thank God you don't bring on to me notice now. So
it's that's when people like get money, they forget about money.
No. Well, in fact, my brother, I tell you for free. Say, if a lawyer chooses to go to parliament and leaves practice, it's not for money. I want to tell you that for free. Lawyers are listening to me now. That is why you have very few lawyers in parliament. Honorable Gevao can testify to that. He has been practicing full and now he's in parliament. If a lawyer chooses to go to parliament and you take parliament as your full-time job, except if you go there just for formality's sake, then you still take your practice. But if you take and say parliament now a full-time job is national service, then I tell you for free, parliament is not a place for your money. It's not for money.
So
I've been practicing for 4 years before I went to parliament.
You get speaker where you self impressed with the way they do. So what you go do now for engagement for this na backlog? But something money na money.
Yes, of course with the engager. And I believe say it is not legally wrong. It is not legally wrong for pay that backlog day. You know they're against the laws. You know they're against the laws because we have been elected and certified by NEC. That is why Nadane give speaker the right for make a roll call of attendance. Meaning we are members. That is why attendance they apply. The attendance now say if you're absent for 30 sittings, consecutive sittings, then you lose your seats. You cannot be a non-member and then attendance apply. So since the day you are elected and certified by NEC for be duly elected, you become an MP. Now they qualify you now for take oath. You have to be an MP before you take oath.
If they're not paying now, if they're not giving this backlog now.
If they're not paying, well, it is not correct.
Now they know my now for that I can do.
Well, as an opposition, we cannot do much now. We cannot do much now.
Okay.
But I want to say we are government in the making.
So we will not come back and I will take on a salary back.
Because it is our due. Now I say it is not illegal. It's not illegal.
Okay.
It's not illegal.
I think we go fair that time we will get conversation. But for today, let we self left you go. Thank you for joining inside the program this morning.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, listeners, for patience for watch and listen.
All right. Get yourself a good day.
Thank you, sir.
All right. A name now Honorable Daniel Kuruma. I say sorry because I call him Daniel Tue. But now Daniel Kuruma. We are the opposition deputy leader. One parliament we generate inside the program this morning. Now Colores we help we follow we eat Colores. Well, it left to how you see waiting. It don't say inside the program this morning. One for tell thank you to the producer. We able to get them and get other people them. We they come now the show every other day. Thank you very much to you as well. We don't watch the program. We don't comment. We don't like and we don't share. You will not like, share and comment share it. Please consider for do so. And you will not subscribe to the platform. Do you consider for do so? My name is Sembe Pierre, the Freedom Fighter. Until we meet again inside another beautiful edition of a program, I'll say God bless we country Sierra Leone where we the call we had. Wanna all please get to yourself a very good day and stay safe. Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the Wahala we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colores, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.